Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Don't mind how I look. I'm a little bit emotional, but I have to make this video because this video has been a long time coming. And it'll allow you to see a lot more into me and who I am and what I've faced. And I never really share too much personal experiences on here. I just share my viewpoints or whatnot. But I was very emotional this morning. And grand risings, grand awakening to everyone. I am so proud of you all. America. My America. I am so proud of y'all. I can't even begin to express that. I have faith in humanity once again, because that faith and hope I had in a world of possibilities and opportunities, some odd 20 years ago, was shattered. That hope I had was shattered when I uncovered something that was happening very sinister in South Florida. And I was way over my head. I was way over my head, not realizing that this has a lot of powerful people involved. I was told I was out of my mind. And what happened to me was very traumatizing. Very traumatizing. And to have that, I kept that inside, that stigma, and that was painful, but I just buried it down inside. Okay? I've gone to the police and reported everything I knew, but I'm just going to let that be for now. Anyway, it is very, I'm happy that America woke up. It took a long time to get here. A lot of pain. There are still children missing and in danger. There has been a lot of bloodshed. Mother Earth is purging. Mother Earth is experiencing some contractions, some labor pains. That's why the Schumann resonance has been the way it's been. This is why this is happening. This is why they're blocking the sun, the light codes to interact, the biophotons to interact with your DNA, because your DNA is biophotons. What they call junk DNA is 70% biophotons. It has to connect. You have to connect to the earth. Get back to Mama Nature. And that's the only healing that you will feel. That's why I can't wait. I can't wait for that sun to shine. Because right now, this is what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with right now. This is probably the most heartfelt video that I made. I hopefully will make more, because I've been, for the most part, pretty private in my life. Gang stalking is real. When you try to expose these deletes, because they're not elite at all. We are the elite. We are the elite. The benevolent ones are the elite. They are deletes. deleted. This timeline has shifted. The Great Awakening is here. It is here. It is here, and I'm so proud of you all. But there's still much work to be done. My heart goes out to Mrs. Candice Owens, the next president of the United States of America. I'm going to speak that and put that right out there like that. Abracadabra. As I speak, I create. I love how she, these deletes, they use words. Words are spells. They are. And I love how I love that one episode where she was just like, espialidocious. She is right on the money with that. Psyops and psychological operations and what they do. Yes, they do that. They have agents, a lot of them. I was greeted by an agent in the Colorado airport. That when I got to that airport after what happened to me out there in South Florida, good old South Florida, where Mr. Epstein himself resided. He also resided in New York. Oh, man. The mural in that airport is a number. I even just was like, wow, are they with me? Like, what is all this? It definitely painted a picture. It did. It painted a picture. You guys check out that airport. But a lot of, if you're watching my videos and you're into any of the content that I produce, then if you know, you know. I'm sure you already know that. I am proud of y'all. My light workers, my benevolent ones. My benevolent ones. The universal laws. There's always duality, yin and yang, negative, positive. Please be mindful that there is evil here. There's evil here. But there's also beauty and goodness here too. There is. Light will snuff the darkness out. When you light a match, and you place the match near the wall in a dark room, right? Not all dark, but a little light, little dim. There's a shadow. You can see the hand. You can see the little wooden stick of the match. But you don't see a flame. You don't see the shadow of fire. You don't see the shadow of a flame. That is because light cannot produce any darkness. Benevolent ones, my message is to you all. Rise up. Speak your truth. Trust your internal guiding system. The program is unprogrammed. The codes are reset. The viruses are eliminated. Your computer has reboot. Factory reset. That old programming. That education, Board of Education, United States public education system. The trauma of your family. The indoctrination that this nation has experienced for a long time. History, his story, is not what they said it was. And it goes even way back to when they want to start with their mess. I'm telling you, I love Candice Owens for really, really backing up everything and giving you a whole frame of, what the heck is really happening here. All right. Tucker Carlson for speaking up truth. If they are hated by these Zionists, there's a reason for it. Think about it. All right. My parents, let me give you all a little bit more information about me, because I feel like I really have to be opening up a little bit more. I'm always authentic in my videos, but you don't know anything about me. So my parents are immigrants. They were refugees. Okay. They are citizens. So don't come looking for me. All right. And they did it the right way. So they were refugees that came in to the United States of America in the early 80s. My mother was pregnant with me. I was born on US soil. So don't start ice. Okay? Anyway, my parents showed me, my father wasn't in my life really at all. He did his own thing. All right, whatever. He did his own thing. He was a hard worker. My father worked hard and he had it good. He did. And my mother, she went through a lot. She experienced a lot. All right. And so she uh held a lot of stuff in and just was just humble to be in America. Loves America. My mother will buy American flags all day long, patches, American patches. She'll put, she just loves America. All right. She was protesting against her country's government, back then in the 80s. So they were like, oh, you don't want to be loyal to us, then go to America. She said goodbye. And my mother and father met on a refugee camp. And here I am. So I was raised in the hood. All right. A hood booger. I am proud of it. All right. My mother said it herself. And my mother was a single mom. My father didn't raise me. We lived in the projects. We lived in public housing. We lived in the hood. I don't know what else to say. I'm from the hood. And I was able to see, you know, a lot. Like my mother says, a Black man, a Spanish man was more helpful and respectful to her. And my mom is still in the projects to this day. We're still in the hood, but I'm not in those buildings or anything anymore, where I was living as a young kid. So my mother said that they were more respectful to her than her own people. Her own people hated on her out here, and even in the United States, because they all got houses and moved to the suburbs. Everyone started from the bottom, but you know as time went on, they got their stuff together. However, my mom got it, you know hit by a car. My mother ended up just being on welfare and just going through a lot. My mother was in and out of psychiatric hospitals and things of that nature. She was not very, like, I didn't really have too much guidance in my life. I learned from my peoples, which were in the projects, which to this day I am still locked in with. you know it's all love. Like Nas raised me, Big Pun, uh Wu-Tang, oh my gosh, Raekwon, oh my gosh, I'm just, you're taking me back now. But yeah, that's just what it is. I'm American as you could get. All right. I have 4 children. I'm single mother. I was married, divorced, and life goes on. I lived a pretty hard life, but I chose it because it's all I knew. But compared to like others, I'm very happy, grateful, and thankful. Things could have been better, but who am I to say? things were the way they were. I'm in my acceptance phase, you know what I mean? But I had definitely experienced something that was way over my head 20 years ago. And I'm going to let it be and let it go. And a part of that is by me sharing this. I have to let it out. I have to let it go. You know, so I did experience something really, really dark. And I knew that this was happening in America. You know, when they came out with that movie Freedom, I forgot what it was called, about the children. You know, you have to understand these people will give you movies because they use the projection of your mind. You know, they know that your thoughts turn into things. You're grabbing the spirit. Mind is spirit, okay? Your brain is not your mind. Your brain is tangible. It's an organ, which is a replica of the mind, because it is as above, so below. There is spirit, the spirit realm, and then there's the earthly realm. We have 3D, matter, you know what I'm saying? But we all know that even matter is still moving around. It's a bunch of molecules, atoms moving around. So I don't know if you all, I know if you like my kind of videos, you know about quantum physics, you know, the metaphysics, you know, it's amazing. So they know that your mind is powerful. They give you these movies, these televisions, Egyptian Black Mirror magic. They give you these tell lies to your vision because they are utilizing your biofield, your vessel, your everything. You're like a little battery, all right? And you are helping them power on their reality that they want to give you. So all of these things were exposed to me before there was a YouTube. All right. I think it was just MySpace around that time, I think. But even I think MySpace came out a couple years after what I experienced. So there was no, none of this. As years went by, I would like watch a video on gang stalking, and I would, oh my God, other people. Yes, I knew it, or Allie Carter. That girl, I believe that girl. Shout out to Allie Carter. You are a warrior. Girl, you are a warrior, because that is scary. That is scary what she's doing. These people are evil. Shout out Yaki Awaken for sharing truths that help connect the dots. When I seen his video with 19 keys, it's relate and he knows so much about a lot of things as well. I would highly recommend for you to download his app, where he speaks freely about a lot. Okay. So anyway, these platforms too. It is time. It is time we the people, they're trying to censor our freedom of speech. My mother, I was so emotional, and my mother spoke to me on the phone. And when I got to talking about the Zionism and all of this, and, the history, my mom's like, shh, 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 I'll talk to you when I see you. I said, Mom, stop. You don't need to be afraid. America knows. Your beautiful America that you love so much, that you came here. You came here for refuge, which you, unbeknownst to you, mommy, you came to a cesspool, the swamp. Like I was saying earlier, the movie that they had shown about the children, I think it was by Angel Studios, they portrayed it as being a other country's problem. No. America is the number one consumer of the child stuff. America, please, please, please keep your eyes open. Your first eye, your pineal. It's essential for you to decalcify it. That is your antenna. That is your decipher. You're gonna, your intuition. Decalcify your pineal gland. Stop utilizing toothpaste with fluoride. Start to detox yourself. Fasting is the best. You will become a different person, meaning your business. You will shed the program so much easier if you fast. Get in tune with yourself, please. I've been healing. I've been being a mother. As I mother, parenthood is a burden. I don't care what anyone says, especially if you're doing it all on your own with no family, no support from family. I have a couple good friends and I'm blessed to have those, but they all have their own lives and their own families. So I will say this much, that as you parent your children, you are also parenting yourself. So just shift your perception of when you're parenting in those times where it's like, here we go again, or what the hell, or, we all go through it. This is America. We are overstimulated. We are not given what we deserve. This system is designed this way on purpose to keep you trapped. You're parenting yourself. I am mothering myself because I'm being the mother that I never had. So as I sit with my children and I'm present and aware in that moment with them, and I am teaching them and I am showing them, I am mothering myself, and it's been a beautiful journey. It has been beautiful. I have really healed a lot by mothering them in a way where I am aware, not in a, default mode, but aware that I am doing what I didn't have as a child, and it has helped tremendously. I'm proud of America. I'm happy because we won. We won. I always knew we were gonna win, whether it's whatever generation, they look down on a lot of children. I have a son that is older. I had him as a teenager, and I'm proud. I'm so proud. These children that are coming up, the 80s babies, was a wave of light workers coming in, and they knew that. That is why the distractions started with the Pac-Man, the Ataris, and all of that, right? They knew that we were coming. Look into Project Looking Glass. Look into that, how they had a device that they stole from Sumeria that was a future telling device. So it's all traps. It's all traps. It's all designed. Look up MK Ultra. In the 50s, there were experiments. They know how the mind works. And how it all started was by going to Africa. They studied African witch doctors that were shamans, that were healers. Healers and shamans, we've always been enemies of the state. I am a healer. I had to shed the old programming, and I had to realize why I never felt, my spirit always never really agreed with the lifestyle of the streets. I was a hood bugger. I was a street. I was in the streets. I played in the streets. I have a lot of friends that are not here anymore. God rest their souls, rest in power to them, that are incarcerated for a very long time. I might add. Others that are in and out of jail, you know, that I still am in contact with. I got love for them, and I'm in contact with them. You know, my spirit never agreed. I was always either preaching about the Bible and God and how we need to change, or I was booed. Booed out one day at a party by a friend of mine. Whatever. Like, he's like, stop turning this party into a Dr. Phil session. You know, everybody went from partying to sitting down and talking about their childhood. I'm just a healer. It's just always been in me, whether I'm in a trap house or whether I'm at a party or whether I'm at the grocery store or wherever. It's just always been in me. I can't help it. But now that, you know, I'm, like I said, I'm an 80s baby. So it took some time to get here. So give yourself time, whatever age group you're in, give yourself time. You have to understand, understand, and overstand this. We have precious children. I don't care if they got tattoos on their face and they got lashes on and fake toxic hair on their body, on their scalps, and or I don't care if they, you know, YNs, all right? They're living a life that is very unnatural. I don't care if they're acting out, if they're hard to speak to. You have to get to them, all right? Because a lot of those children were left in front of the television, telling lies to your vision to raise them. They allowed the music videos to raise them. They allowed the horrible celebrities that have been, they are puppets as well. They are ran by the CIA, which is the entertainment industry. All right? Hollywood, Hollyweird. It's all CIA. It's all designed to give you a reality that is not it. In the hood, all we had was liquor stores, drug houses. They didn't invest too much into anything in the hood. You know that. Where do you think all the crack cocaine and all the weapons came from? These weapons are from Russia. A lot of these weapons came from Russia. Shout out to Putin, though. At least he's getting rid of Satanism in his country. Shout out to Putin. My guy, I like how he's talking. He's definitely letting the cat out the bag as well. But nevertheless, shout out to Candice Owens. I can't stress that enough. I never paid no mind to her until her bestie, till Charlie. All right, there's a lot of things I don't agree with Charlie said, like, oh, the parents, the hood, you guys don't have a dad, like blaming it on the black man. Leave the black man alone, for crying out loud already. Leave the black man alone. All right, talking about there's no fathers. Why didn't anyone, and maybe, forgive me if I'm wrong, maybe somebody in the audience did, but man, if I was standing in that audience, I would tell them, what about the Welfare Act or Welfare Reform Act, whatever the act was that back in the 50s, if there was a father in the household, then forget about it. They literally would do inspections and come and knock on their doors at 8, 9 o'clock at night to make sure that daddy not home. Okay, the system was built. There was an agenda designed to remove the man from the home, and that's when they ended up dropping loads. In the hood, you want the man wandering out the house, right? Because you don't want him in the house. You want him out the house, right? So what did they do? They flooded the inner city neighborhoods with drugs. We all know it. We all know, look at Fort Huachuca, that gentleman there. He uncovered an underground tunnel for the military, right? and then realize, oh, the military's working with the cartel. And that was in the early 90s, my people. All right. I initially started this video. Let me get back on track. I initially started this video with tears in my eyes, very emotional. But my God, does it feel good to speak your truth? I recommend everybody to speak their truth on YouTube. Let the truth flood the quantum field, the algorithm, aka algorithm. I need you all to know that this child, we all know child sacrifice and what that goes way back to like Sumerian times, which also the Rothschilds go back to Sumerian time, literally, like I guess their lineage. That's why they're so powerful, and they keep it in the family. They keep it in the family. That's why their wealth, for the purpose of preserving their wealth. This has been going on for a long time, so I just know with MK Ultra happening in the 50s, think about it. Mother Teresa and all of that too, the Catholicism, all of the children being hurt by the Catholic priests, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Think about it. Think about it, please, y'all. Think about it. Think about the 70s. Read the book Chaos about the CIA and how they started the hippie movement, free love and all of that. The psychedelics. Think about it, people. Think about it. It is now 2026. There is child trafficking. There are trafficking women, children, men, even possibly, handicapped, the handicapped as well. Believe it or not, yes. They are organ harvesting. They are cannibalism. Listen, there are some dark, nefarious things happening, and it is happening in every city in America. It is bad. Okay? Go back to Hitler and his speeches and what he was saying. What he was trying to remove out of his country in Germany with the Jewish Zionists and what they were bringing into the country, homosexuality, a bunch of things he did not agree with. Now, I'm going to also add, my mother told me that my great grandfather on both sides, right? I have two great grandfathers. One was murdered by a Jewish man that was hating on him because he had ended up accumulating some good money in the town, and he was jealous of him and killed him. And also my other great grandfather was murdered by a Nazi soldier. So, you know, the pain runs deep in my DNA because our DNA does talk to us. Our DNA, you are a walking epistle in the word. In the word, we are all walking epistles. So your DNA speaks to you. Your DNA, you can unravel your DNA. It's wow. That is why it's such a war on your DNA. Fake artificial nails, if the sun is not hitting your DNA, like nail polish, all of that, all of these things have been designed for a reason. There's chemicals in there that deflect the light. Sunscreen deflects the light. Wearing unnatural things like spandex and whatever other stuff they got out there now, it's not good. It's not good for your body, for your cells, because it does absorb, your skin does absorb these materials. If it's not cotton, linen, wool, or silk, It's not high vibrational. It can't absorb the light. White cotton would be the best. White, it absorbs the light. Black deflects. Anyway, colors are very fascinating. I feel better. I do feel better letting all of this out. This is probably the longest video I've ever made. The most authentic one. I mean, I've always been authentic with y'all, but I guess the most heartfelt one. That's the better word I should use. More heartfelt. I'm opening up a little bit about myself to you all. And I'm just proud of you all. I am. Y'all are waking up. So all those that, called me weird and conspiracy theorists, which is a term that was made by the CIA themselves. I'm just glad this is all coming to the forefront. And they are all going to go down one by one. And it's been great. Listen, don't worry, my people. Do not fear. Speak your truth. If they take everything from you, you can get it back. You can get it back. You can. That's what they do. They sue you. They sue you. They end up suing you. And they'll try to just ruin you. They'll try to, I've had my door kicked in, guns to me and my children. I've been threatened to be evicted out of the home, them harassing my landlord to evict me. And I was tight with my landlord. He knew I was what kind of a woman I was. And, they'll try to rob you with a suit and tie in a courtroom. They'll dress it up. And they'll try to abracadabra you in a courtroom. It's all just the system designed to bully you for control. All their administrations and agencies and y'all already know. Listen, I love y'all. I need to get to work and get some things done. So this felt great. I suggest and I encourage for everyone to speak their truth. Okay? If you have been abused, it's time to tell. It's time to tell, because you are not you're not supposed to carry the shame. All right? You're not supposed to carry the shame, and you have to protect the others from these people. They have to be exposed. And you'll feel better doing it. Trust me. Letting it out is going to release the shame. So here you are holding on to something that's making you sick. You will become a different person because you'll be free. Freedom is what it's about, people. Freedom. They can never take your freedom. They can never take your mind. Your mind is your spirit, your soul. They can't take it. You cannot sell your soul. All right? They can't. You can't sell it. You might agree and sign a contract unknowingly, that you have given over your free will, and these people now control you, and you have to do everything they say, all because they're really just prostituting you. Celebrities are just prostitutes, really. They're getting pimped out by this industry. You cannot sell your soul. Your soul is yours, but you have to claim it. You have to claim your freedom, just like you have to claim your sovereignty in this country. That's a whole nother topic. When you give your baby's beautiful little footprint over and slap it on a piece of paper, you're signing your children over to the state. It's not just a cute little footprint like we all thought it was. Lots of us got that footprint even tattooed on our body. All right. I love y'all. Thank you for listening. And we're all in this together, man. It's not a black and white thing. It is not a skin tissue. It's a sin issue.